everybody, Tom Barnish, Chicago scene at Dad's Slot Cars, and harkens back to the 1960s. Right here in downtown Des Plaines, you can hear the train going by right there. This is the outside looking inside. I'm going to talk to Margaret, who is daughter of Dad, who his name is Tom, right now for the Chicago scene. Let's head inside. All right, since 1992, it's been a staple here in Des Plaines. I'm at Dad's Slot Cars. And this is Dad's daughter. This is Margaret. How are you, Margaret?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing great. So this store started by your dad, Tom, correct? Why don't you get into that and when it started and the whole thing?
Deal. So we've been here since 1992. My dad opened it for a place for families to come together and just exist and just have fun together, which my dad was huge on. He loved his family and he loved just seeing kids have fun, doing something away from screens and just having fun together.
Right, and he started this because he used to do this at a track in Evanston, and now, I don't know if there's many of these places left, but this one definitely has been here running the whole time since it opened by your father, who has since passed, and your parents both since passed, but you and your siblings have kind of kept the tradition alive, right?
Absolutely. We wouldn't have it any other way.
So for people who are not familiar, this is like one of those things you would get when you were a kid, but it was tiny. It was really small. This is like a giant version. There's another, people might not be able to see in the video here, but I'm going to pan up for a second. There's a whole other track back that way. That one is the more advanced track, would you say, versus the one that we're in front of now?
The one behind me here, the green track, is definitely a more advanced track. It has tighter turns and sharper turns, very easy to fall off. The one in the back is a banked oval. It's made to keep you on the track, but it is still a pretty difficult track.
Yeah. So, slot cars. Yeah. You got one in your hand. Explain it to me because a little bit more.
This is a slot car. The reason it's called a slot car is the slot's in the track behind me, and this guide in the front right here. You're going to control the speed of the car, not where it goes. The catch is there is no weights or magnets.
Yeah, there's no steering, right?
No, there's no steering.
So it's very much like that old race set. At least when I was a kid, I got one.
It's the same thing as like the plastic kits that you had as a kid, just on a humongous scale, which is going to mean the crashes are going to be a lot harder. The cars are going to go a lot faster, and it's a lot more fun because they're not little microscopic cars.
Right, and this is, you can go up against people. How many people can go on at one time on a track?
Each track holds 8 people, so the total in the store racing at one time could be 16.
All right, and then how does it work when people come in? Is it a time? Do you pay for a certain amount of time or per car, or how does it work?
So to rent everything you need for a half hour is $10. That'll get you the car, the controller.
$10 for a half hour.
That's it. Yeah, I know. So to rent everything you need for a half hour is $10. That'll get you the car, the controller, and the track time. Or if people own their own equipment, you can definitely bring it in, and it's only $6 a half an hour to play.
Wait a minute. So people have their own equipment. They bring their own cars in?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Okay.
All the cars are upgradable. Our rentals are made for kids. But as an adult, you want to go faster. You want to crush a little bit more.
Why not, right?
You want to upgrade it. You want to have the souped up car. So every car is upgradable, and they can upgrade as your child gets older. And cars will literally last forever. My dad's cars from the 60s, they still run.
Really?
And they sit in the showcase for display now, but they still run, and they still do just as good as they did when he was racing them in the 60s.
And you have a whole bunch for people to choose from in that showcase, from the body style to the different motors, everything, right?
Everything is customizable, right down to the clear bodies that we sell, and you can paint them yourself, you can decal them yourself, you can airbrush them, you can paint them, you can put stickers on them, whatever you want to do.
It's like a mini version of stock cars, right?
Absolutely.
And for are people who are interested in this, they come by. What are your hours like? And is there anything in particular that they should do ahead of time, like reservations or anything like that?
Yeah. So our hours right now are Friday, we're open 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. Saturdays we're open 12 to 9 p.m. and Sunday we're open 12 to 6 p.m.
Okay.
No reservations are needed. You can walk in at any time. We do reserve for birthday parties and group outings and group bonding exercises, things like that. But that I do recommend a reservation just because a lot of people will fill up a whole track or the full store with a big group.
And talk about the ice cream back there. I saw ice cream. Is that a thing? It's all in the family right here. Ice cream part of it, or how's that work?
So the ice cream parlor is the old 50s ice cream parlor. Everything is still functioning back there, down to cones, cups, shakes, and malts with the Hamilton Beach equipment. It's all very retro back there. The theme of the place is 1960s.
Fantastic.
So very, very cool.
For people who want information or looking for social media stuff? Are you guys online, social media? How's that
Yeah,
work?
so we're on Facebook. I'm pretty responsive to all messages on there. You can definitely message with any questions. You can give us a call during Friday, Saturday, Sunday hours. We'll be happy to help you out.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much,
Thank you
Margaret.
very
I
much.
appreciate it.
I appreciate it.
Well, I think that this is wonderful. I know this guy's having fun. He's been going nonstop ever since. Oh, talk about that real quick before I forget. If kids have an A, there's some incentive of kids having A's on their report card.
15 minutes free track time for every A on the report card. If they don't get an A and it's like a 4 or a different grading scale, as long as you try your best and bring it in, we're going to give you a free time for trying hard.
That's awesome. All right. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. That's the Chicago scene for today. T. Barnes at WGNTV.com. That's TBARNAS at WGNTV.com. Check out Dad's slot car racing here in Des Plaines.